legend. I have nothing to lose. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Wake up. I know what's real. Escape reality. Hardwired. Brace yourself. I can see the end inside. 3, 2, 1. Hardwired. street legend. I have nothing to lose. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Wake up. I know what's real. Escape reality. Hardwired. This is the world you've made yourself. Now you have to live in it. The end is in our sights. The future is already here. No matter how hard we tried, we are doomed. Say your goodbyes. Brace yourself. I can see the end inside. Three, two, one. Hardwired. Disconnect.
Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to what is billed as the World Series 2023 preview and show match. Now, let me just say this straight away. This is not a match from this year's World Series 2023, but what it is going to do is showcase what is traditionally the World Series format. So if you check the description of the stream, the players will be playing random reverse with a deciding mirror, and we will be doing a best of 13, and we'll be using the map pool from the World Series last year. Now, of course, there will be a different World Series map pool for this year, but I think it's nice to have a look at how the format plays out, as well as looking at two very hot contenders for the titles of this year. There are a few important links in the stream description as well. We'll have a look at those later. But you've got this year's donation and support link to the World Series. So if you're interested in contributing to the prize pool, there is a link there. There is also a link to this year's World Series info if you want to be a player and sign up more. And I've also linked a previous stream of mine where we talk a little bit about the qualification. So the bottom line is, what you've got to know is qualification starts next month, which of course is only just over a week away. So we'll have a look at the donation topic a little bit later, but for now, players seem to be here, so let's jump into the games. Marakar is here, and let me just copy and paste them the map pool just so they know. And I'll pop ViViD a DM that we are good to start. Yeah, so actually, just whilst we're waiting for the players, let me just quickly show you the donation topic as well, just very quickly. So let's hop to the desktop. So this is what we call the forum. It is gamereplays.org, and it's the community forum for Zero Hour and a lot of Command and Conquer titles. Lots of different topics here and different tournaments going on. So if you are newish to the game, or if you're experienced in the game but you don't know how to get into tournaments, this is where you need to keep your eye on things, because this is where majority of the tournaments are. But where we're going to be looking specifically is here. So these are the two links I've got in my description, and this is the World Series donation topic, where you can, as I say, contribute via this link here. As I say, further information there. Already people are sort of saying, yeah, I want to donate, etc. We tend to have repeat supporters, so huge shout out to those guys. I'm probably going to miss someone, but I'll say a few. AKA Baloney springs to mind straight away. I know CNC HD has done a lot in previous years. Of course, Mr. Antipro in there as well. Oxygen last year, massive contribution. And yeah, anyone I've missed, I apologise, but yeah, we appreciate your support to Zero, which of course is growing all the time. So yeah, we'll have a look at that a little bit later, but for now, Marakar is here. ViViD should be on the way, and we'll get into the games. Roll says World Series in September, August is the qualification month. That is correct. You will likely be using Clan Wars to qualify. So yeah, that's another thing to keep your eye on. Amar says, when do you enter a challenge against Sahil? I expect that he will win against you with a score of 5-0. You forgot the actually, Mr. Omar. 5-0 actually. Community leaders like Hassan, you're welcome to translate some of this information in Arabic if we have some people who are not following the English so well, and that goes for any other language. So any community runners, if you want to translate what I'm saying here to viewers, you're welcome to do that as well. Okie dokie. So I think if I remember correctly, did you pick first map when you guys met last year? We repeat that or flip it? Nickname says he's been making World Series topics for months now. That way the amount of drama will be spread out more. Ha ha ha. Hello, Big Hesso. Almood says, did ViViD hop on quick game in Valorant? Yeah, ViViD just wants to get this set over with quickly so he can get back to Valorant. And does Marakar streaming right now affect the internet speed? No, because he's got a premiere going on, I believe. So that's just an uploaded video of something he's done before. So yeah, it won't affect anything here. Marca even confirms that in the chat. Alright, we'll go for ViViD on the first map. Let me just have a quick look at the map pool. Yeah, what does he like? I will try guess what he picks. I reckon he's gonna go for that. Alright, ViViD says he's on the way. ViViD, by the way, from Malaysia, so from the Asian continent. We've recently had a bit of a reach out from some Asian players, from some Chinese players. So yeah, very nice to see 0 Hour growing in that region. Normally says greetings from Ghana. So this is going to be a random reverse, best of 13. We figure out deciding mirror when we get there. Might even involve you guys in the chat on if it goes to 6-6, what mirror do you want to see? So start having a think about that, chat. What sort of mirrors, if we go 6-6, would you like to see between these guys? Hello, King Toxic. And Roll says, do you guys have 32 players for this year? I doubt that. 6 to 9 players and the rest are noobs and semis. To be honest, Roll, I wouldn't be surprised if we could easily get 64 this year, because I've been hosting 2 Twilight Flame tournaments and I basically had 100 in each tournament. So that's 200 players, and there's still a ton of players who aren't even aware, I think, of the forum and maybe don't even enter, etc, etc. And yeah, we're getting more and more players in into 1v1 as well. So yeah, hello, Mr. ViViD. You can pick first map reusing last year's World Series map pool. Alright. Anomaly asking for a 1v1 Valorant after the set. It's a good meme. It's a good meme. I have put it in a chat. Normally saying Tink Mirror? Tank Mirror. Alright, let's get into it. ViViD does want this map first, so I guess correctly. Sergen says, hey, Xscale, hard question for you. You're clearly number one. Who do you think is number two in 1v1 format in the last 6 months? Basically, who do you think is number two? I mean, I recently lost to Marakar in a tank stealth specific matchup. I've also, I was about to say, it's a very interesting matchup we have to start off with here. I've also repeatedly said I think ViViD is the best player in USA and GLA. But I think if we do all matchups, and I guess my record shows this, I think overall matchups, I probably do come out as the top. So now you're asking me who is the better between these. Statistically, ViViD has been second, really, if not first at times when you look at the head-to-heads. But as I say, I think depending on the matchup, you see different players on top, and that's what makes the World Series so interesting, because when you get random reverse like this, you don't know what matchups are going to get thrown up, and you've got to say we start with an advantage to ViViD in terms of his preferred matchups, and he is in the north, in the green, with the GLA Demolition. Down in the south, it is Marakar with the USA Laser. Likewise, if you think of big size, he absolutely loves Nuke Mirror, and, you know, could easily beat any of us three in Nuke Mirror. So I do feel there's a real fluctuation depending on the matchups, and that doesn't just go for me, ViViD, and Marakar. It goes for a lot of players. So, you know, Boyka openly admits he likes his GLA, but actually can get beaten by a lot of players in other matchups. So I think it's about being as stable in the matchups, in all the different matchups, and in all the different maps as well. I think that's top tip there, really, in trying to be consistent. Have a decent start from Marakar here. He's denied one worker on the right, but ViViD has got that mid tunnel up. And I don't envy Marakar's task here, taking ViViD on in this particular matchup. He is dropping down a firebase, and he's going for a little bit of harassment. But ViViD has his first tech coming down the right. Marakar is loading up a V. Don't think he's going to intercept that, though. He is not. ViViD's quite well prepared for this V harass, really. Tech RPG tries to get the dozer. Nice re-pickup. Should get it here. He does get it, and he's actually now going to open fire on that Humvee. Good micro on the tech, but also good micro from Marakar. Saves the V and does some good harassment here. So which start do you prefer so far? Abir says, have I ever thought about retiring from ZH? Well, I didn't play 0 Hour for, let's think about this, 2011 to 9 years actually, 2011 to 2020. It's actually the lockdowns and having more time, and a few players saying to me, come back, that got me to come back in the first place. So yeah, I have retired before, so to speak, but I've always played some sort of computer game. I've always enjoyed computer games for chilling, you know, after work, bit of a hobby as well, and yeah, they're just becoming more and more popular. So the point is, I'd probably always be playing some sort of game. What's going to fluctuate is the type of game and the duration I spend on that game. But yeah, I'm really enjoying 0 Hour at the moment. And it's becoming really active. Lots of different formats, new players joining. Feel like I'm trying to help and encourage the game and the community a little bit as well, with events and contacts with sponsors and encouraging communities to grow. So yeah, I'm quite happy, really. sticking to 0 hour at the moment. Majid says, how can I get a link of the tournament draw? We're far from that stage. Far from that stage. We haven't even had the qualification month yet, which is next month. Marakar going for a little bit of a push here, and the 4V Ambo, one of them vetted as well, is always scary to deal with. It's going to be how's your micro here. It's also dropped off some ranges for a potential oil grab, and ViViD is starting to prepare a defense, but he actually doesn't have that too many techs. Going to try and pick off a V here, but I actually think ViViD's in a bit of trouble here. Marakar has a V prepped for a potential counter-attack technical as well, and yeah, Marakar looking very on point, fresh off his recent tournament win over myself, and ViViD under a little bit of pressure here, trying to get us around, but he might lose another tech or two here if he's not careful. Does pull it back. Capture building upgrade is up, so Marakar are going to be getting oils behind this as well, and he's caught 2 more techs of ViViD here, and I think ViViD is in quite a bit of trouble. Marakar doing something which many players can't even get close to doing, and that is beating ViViD in this USA GLA star matchup. Specifically here we have Laser versus Demo, but yeah, any USA GLA, it's super tough to beat ViViD. 2 vetted Vs now. And how many techs do we actually have here? 7 techs. I don't think that's enough. I mean, especially when the Vs are vetted, I think you almost need 2 techs to 1 V type of ratio. But he does pick off a pretty vetted one there, and only loses 1 tech for it. Marakar, though, is on 2 oils. And slight overextension there. Marakar losing the second V. If it doesn't kill the pilot, though. Marakar well on top of the flanking techs as well. And I think when these 3 Vs meet up with this here, ViViD might be in trouble, but he's actually trying to pounce on these Vs before reinforcements arrive. He does pick off 2. No. Oh, bit of indecision, goes back for it. Gets 1 MD as well, but ViViD on the back foot for sure. ViViD trying to go for another counter-attacking technical here. Tries to actually trick Marakar by going one way and then veering to the other, but MDs are in position. A lot of MDs. Tech comes in. Retaliation is on. Kills a few MDs. But yeah, there are more Vs than techs right now. Marakar just going to clear these up. I think ViViD's going to be close to GGing right now. What a very good start for Marakar. Yeah, GG from ViViD. On ViViD's map, and you would arguably say one of ViViD's, if not the favourite matchup of ViViD as well. Right, so we'll end the poll there, so you guys aren't influenced by game number 1. And we'll jump into the reverse, and yeah, ViViD's USA is no joke either. Roll wanted a bit of a counter push and hunt. Yeah, always a good strat, I would say. I'm definitely partial to that. Alright, we see the reverse. It is Mr. Marakar with the GLA Demolition, currently 1-0 up. Down in the south, it is ViViD with the USA laser. He is in the green, of course. Brooke says last time he played Zero in 2005, he was shocked to know people were still playing it. Yeah, I mean, me myself as well in 2020 for sure. After speaking to people like Dominator and others, I do think there were some very quiet years, and you've got to give Dominator a shout out. I think through his channel, he definitely kept. He was not the only one. I mean, there's a team of people that kept the game alive, but I think he definitely kept some exposure to the game. And yeah, I'm going to say the recent years we've seen an explosion really in the number of people, and Legionnaire through his analytics actually tells us that many new players join 0 Hour every week. So yeah, it's quite exciting really, exciting times. Normally wants ViViD off Valorant for the rest of the set. And ViViD's actually doing a little bit of a ViViD cat here. Trying to do that flanking via harassment, which definitely slowed him up in the previous game. But Marakar looks well poised to deal with this. Demo traps, tunnels in position. He can pick that terrorist off, but terrorist actually goes in the tunnel. ViViD decides to go back with that V. Marakar actually opened very greedily here with a 3 supply opener with decent defense as well. Hello, call me Sam. So the question is, what do you do as ViViD here? Do you look to push fairly soon? Do you rush some oils as well, since the harassment's going to be a little bit delayed? And yeah, that's a perfect start for Marakar once again. Picks off a supply. But yeah, ViViD, when he plays this matchup as the USA, he will push very quickly, and he's actually pushing now. 2 minutes 45 move out. Some players haven't even placed their arms dealer at that time. Not saying any names, Mojo. Oh, sorry. So yeah, this is coming pretty early, and ViViD's going to clear that middle position. Ranger drop looking like it's going to go on the bunker. Another tech coming in from Marakar. There is a laser lock on it. It is a TT. So actually, oh, I think that's it. You can't lose 2 Vs like that. Marakar fighting around that bunker very well. The war factory's been reset. And Marca is looking absolutely sublime in this first game. Wow. Did not expect this. What I will say, and we've given him huge shout-outs for the little he actually plays the game and the level ViViD maintains. I do think that he's been playing so little lately that he will admit himself he is a bit rusty. I mean, he can still beat 99% of the community with 0 activity, but I do think when you're getting a player like Marakar, who's clearly in very good form at the moment, making little or hardly any mistakes really, you probably do need to have a little bit of activity to minimise your own mistakes. And yeah, ViViD once again has not had success around that bunker. Marakar TT in the war factory, so it's just slowing down the push. Behind this is making a palace. And I do think Marakar's looking pretty comfy in these opening 2 games. Hello, Mojo. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Could have been a lot worse. But again, no spy drones here from ViViD, so we are seeing a few uncharacteristic errors from ViViD, actually. Yeah, once again, clear plan here from Marakar. I'm just going to keep resetting your windows to push. And behind that, I have no intention of actually going into your base. I'm just going to get a palace, take the map, and play it out from there. Nickname saying just in the World Series, Marakar with a 2-0 lead. It is looking that way, but there is a key difference here. And that is, last year it was Marakar's map choice for the 2-0. In this set, it has been ViViD's map choice, and arguably one of ViViD's best matchups. ViViD trying to push with a few Vs and a drop here. We'll get only one tech actually, so definitely needs more. The palace is already up. Oof, taking some friendly fire off the Vs there as they were gunning down that GLA hole, and just so risky what he's doing here. No spy drone, like a demo trap there, and ViViD's literally exiting the game. Marca now with the demolition upgrades does gun down the Toxtractor, and ViViD is trading very well, and he has now cleared that bunker, so he's going to rotate round. Still no capture building upgrade for ViViD, but he can start to gun away at this middle position. He takes out one tunnel. Jarmankel's just been popped. Jarmankel might just detonate here. Yep. Yeah, good choice. 1,500 for what? The 3 Vs, we don't know how loaded they were, but they look pretty loaded, plus an ambulance. Sam channeling his inner ViViD lately with the lack of spy drones. And yeah, that's it. That is definitely it. I mean, there's literally 1 V on the map. Marakar on 4 supplies, about to be a couple of oils if you want as well. Buggies are being pumped out. Yeah, no way. ViViD GG's. Very impressive start from Marakar here. 2 games to the good. And it is now going to be Marakar's map. Okay, it is now Marakar's map. Will he go for Oil Rampage? Which we know is one of his... Yep. One of his go-to maps. ViViD is no joke on this map either, though. So, yeah, we'll be interested to see what matchup gets thrown up here. Super weapon against tank, okay. Well, ought to be a 1-1 matchup. Super weapon with a couple of EMPs, I think, should be winning this. But I actually remember in some set, it may have even been the World Series actually, semi-final last year. I think ViViD and I had this matchup on this map, and I think Super Weapon won both ways, but it was not easy. It was not easy at all. I think the tank came very close in both games, especially when I was the Super Weapon. I only just about won, I think. So yeah, be interesting how this plays out. We start with ViViD. He is in the north, the top of Oil Rampage, with the green USA super weapon. And down in the south, it is Marakar with the China tank. And Mood says, are there any tournaments for newbies? I mean, there has been. Right now, there is what's classed as a semi-tournament going on. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the categorizations, so in different games, you get categorized in different ways. So StarCraft 2, for example, it's Grandmaster, Master, Diamond, Platinum, Gold, Silver, Bronze. That's like the ordering. In Zero, and I don't think too many other games have this particular grading, so it's worth knowing the terminology. But in Zero, there's Master, which currently is me, ViViD, Marakar, Size, and Fargo, who is not around at the moment, but you expect to see him back for this World Series. So they are Master levels. You then have Expert level, which is top 5 and previous experts from years gone by. You then have Pro. You then have what's called Semi, so that's like below Pro, like medium, I guess you would call it. And you then have beginner / newbie, I guess, is like the categorization. I think that is already plenty. What some hosts try and do is they do high pro, high, you know, low semi, high semi, and I think it just gets a bit silly with all these classifications. But that's just my opinion on that. Alright, ViViD getting a few oils. Marakar went for 3 dozers and an early troop caller to put a little bit of pressure on. He has lost 1 dozer. But is he really achieving much here? The red guard will move up to the top left. They will deny a little bit of an oil grab, but ViViD is setting up the EMPs. Marakar starting to explode on his oils back in home base as well. And he's going to try and get ViViD's oils in the top left, but ViViD has 3 Vs here. Should clear all this up pretty comfortably, and ViViD dropping the strat as well. Ooh, could have lost the EMP scaffold there, but doesn't. And it's going to start to very soon get difficult for Marakar to push out here. Gat is picked off. Troop crawler on its own coming through the mid. And 5 Vs are on hand to clear this up as well. So yeah, Marakar not really with any sort of follow-up. No prop, no mid, no airfield. So looking very good for ViViD in this game. ViViD, as I say, is no joke in the reverse as well. He never tends to get his refinery on this map. We've seen this quite a bit. Although he is sending a ranger now, so maybe it's just a case of he got denied rather than forgetting about it. 1 oil here, left to be taken as well. Marakar yet to get his refinery, but does have all his oils. ViViD already prepping for mix, but with the satellite scan, if he looks at Marakar's base, he surely is going to be quite happy with what he sees. Airfield now being built. Second EMP on the left. Ranger is not denied here. And probably more Avengers are going to get pumped out here. Yeah, another Avenger is out for ViViD. And the super weapon army is going to start to become unbeatable, really. Like, what do you do as tank against, say, 4 Avengers, a V-Blob, EMPs, and Alpha Auroras? And the answer is you click escape and you exit the game. Because tank in a late game just doesn't have the units, really, to deal with that sort of composition. Marakar trying to pick off an oil. Doesn't get it. Yeah, I mean, I think ViViD's going to be the happier of the two players in this game. Not really taking any damage. You got EMPs everywhere. You're on your Alpha Auroras, particle cannon being built as well. Marakar swooping around again with the 4 MiGs. May look to hit that oil again. Besides, against it. And he's going to commit to the Vs. Doesn't really get a decent connection. ViViD's Aurora wasn't too hot though. Only killed 1 Gatling. And 1 MiG went down as well. Ton of troop crawlers on the way. Particle cannon up for ViViD. He is now going to drop down his CC. Extra EMP going in, why not? Hasn't actually got these supplies yet, but these do mine out very quickly. And ViViD's floating 8k anyway, so that was a good EMP strike. Whoa! Hello, you two. Okay. These guys went flying into the upper atmosphere. 1, 2, 3 Avengers in play for ViViD. MiG swooping in on the right. He actually goes for that bunker, but yeah, I mean, with 2 EMPs here, ViViD's not going to mind too much about that. 2 extra Auroras are out. ViViD just happy to chill, and I don't blame him. Would have liked to seen a Burton be a little bit more aggro. The Burton is here. Marakar is prepped for that. He has outposts, so maybe ViViD knows Marakar and his playstyle, knows that he's not going to get too much done, and actually leaves that Burton for defense. And why not? Yeah. That's the thing. When you know each other's gameplay, you know what to risk and maybe know what not to risk. Where's this dozer going? 12k in the bank. Good pick off there for free. Gets 1 oil. A little bit sloppy from ViViD there. 3 Auroras, extra particle cannon being built. Ton of troop crawlers on the right. 1 Alpha should deal with the majority of this. He uses 2 anyway, and a 3rd one on this Gatling. So all easily cleared up. Both players floating a lot of money. Mark Smart appreciating the bunker noob strat by ViViD. Ah, Narumi from the Philippines. Welcome, welcome. There you go. I did say the Asian continent is growing in 0 hour. More troop crawlers on the way, and Marakar uses that opportunity to blast down another oil of ViViD's. Is he going to get it? Yes, he is. Well, ViViD's just decided, let's drop a ton of particle cannons. Tomahawks being built as well, extra dozers being added. 1, 2, 3, 4 Avengers, 1 Avenger on the left. I think the positioning's pretty good. I mean, he has lost his 2 most forward oils, but the main blob of the army here, decent coverage on the left. Bit of an awkward choke on the right. Any Alpha can come in here and just clear that up. ViViD a little bit late, but there he is with this Alpha clear up. 2 Alphas come in. And that will get ViViD level 3. So what will he prefer? Will he add Pathfinders here, so he doesn't have to worry about the red guard? Might not be a bad shout, that, you know. Marca actually going to break through here. Tomahawks are putting in some nice work. ViViD deciding to not use his Auroras on this. Yes, but he has opted for Pathfinders. 3 Tomahawks and an EMP went down. A couple of MiGs went down. And both players still floating a little bit of cash here. First particle cannon is ready for ViViD. Will he combo with a Spectre and take out this first nuke? Nope. Decides to go for 2 oils. Actually didn't get this one, but he's going to micro it back, is he? No, just didn't get it. Wow. We are seeing some uncharacteristic errors from ViViD. He's now having to waste an Aurora for that, which will give Marakar some XP, which will get him closer to level 3. ViViD not mining these crates either. And that is level 3 for Marakar. Artillery coming in. Is that going to be on the strats? He's pushing on the left as well. Burton in the firebase. Yeah, it is on the strat. The Flashbang Ranger in there and the Burton putting in some good work. Marakar's deciding to commit here though. He's going to take a lot of losses. ViViD's army though is in a bit of a traffic jam. Good micro on the EMP though. Is manually controlling that. MiG's coming in. Yeah, it's not enough though. Not enough. It was a decent effort. And the defense is good. Hussein says, is it a live game? Well, it is. Don't know what to say to that. Yeah, I mean, just yes. Okay, ViViD has 2 more particles ready to fire. MiGs circling on the left here. Tomahawks, I think, getting a bit too greedy there. Does try to micro him back now, but yeah, loses. Nearly loses 2. Hello, Mr. Boycat. Welcome, welcome. World Series champion Boyka, 2020, particle cannon being used, and ViViD opting to take out that nuke. And I think that's a wise call. Takes out the prop as well. Yeah, you've got to be happy with that when you've got the amount of super weapons you've got. That is GG. So ViViD gets 1 back and has a free shot at leveling the score here. Yeah, I've got a feeling, because Marakar was doing some ZH ladder earlier, got a feeling he might just be in a ton of different servers and that might be raising the latency. Hello, Mr. Hepsi, supporter of the game as well. Give Hepsi a shout out. Staney says he thinks this is a 1-1 matchup. Could be. But I think ViViD is no joke in this. And what you've got to remember is when tank starts attacking you from 3 different positions, it's easy to mess up. Let's put it that way. If super weapon makes minimal mistakes, you can't really win. But it's got to be a case of you, as the tank player, you ask the questions. You put the pressure on from 3 different points of attack and you say, can you deal with this pressure? Can you deal with this multi-pronged attack? And yeah, then it's up to the super weapon. We'll see how it pans out. So in the top right, it is now Marakar with the USA super weapon. And in the bottom left, now ViViD with the China tank. Almood says, any free tips for newbies 1v1 spam? Well, let me just talk about Tumstep then. Yeah, the ping is really spiking actually. I will remine as well. That is not normal. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk about Tumstep for a second once we've done this Radmin refresh. Look here, how we're looking. Yeah, for something wrong with Marakar's end, because normally I see him with like full bars, and I'm not seeing him with full bars. So I'm going to tell him that. Oh, it is better now. Alright. Yeah, so coming back to Almood. So Tumstep openly admitted that he literally makes notes. He has like a 0-hour booklet. Yeah, he has a 0-hour booklet, so he actually studies it. And yeah, I mean, he went from what? I'm going to say high semi. He went from a semi, really, Tumstep. You'd never really heard of him compared to like the top 3 from that community, your Stazes, your Asuses, your SBLs. Tumstep wasn't really, didn't really think about him. And then all of a sudden, just by, I would say, being studious, and yeah, he spams a lot as well, plays the best players. He is in many people's top 5 right now, so yeah. That is always a good example, I think, on what works, what a good blueprint is to get better at the game. Right, so we're back in it. Ping's looking better. 3 dozers from Marakar, double barracks, and something a little bit more standard from ViViD, just the 2 dozers. But yeah, this actually could be pretty cool from Marakar. He's going to go for, by the look of it, an EMP on every single entrance here. Dark9 having a birthday soon. Is actually, and I will let you in on a personal one here, guys. It is actually my birthday tomorrow. I've got today and tomorrow off, so yeah, I might do a little birthday stream tomorrow night. I'm in a pretty hot 50k challenge event. It's going to be Order of Elites, me, ViViD, and Marakar against a 50k all-star team. General Sahil is the observer streamer. If he allows me to point of view that, I will do a birthday stream as well. What is Marakar done here? Okay, that was cheeky. Delayed that reactor, lured ViViD in, and he's actually locked down the gap. Yeah. So that was not a boo-boo. That was all well timed from Marakar there. Flamer down the right from ViViD. The actual opening really is here, believe it or not. That, at least for a flamer, you could probably get 1 oil there. Another lockdown from Marakar. ViViD sending his gap back into the EMP that he's just already rallied into, although he is aware now. So now transitioning into mass troop crawler up the middle. MiG follow-up coming up as well. Marakar starting to pump out the V's as well. Joshua with the super chat says, love your streams, keep them up. Thank you, appreciate that. The $5 super chat there. Thank you, thank you. Glad you enjoy them, and yeah, let's keep 0 Hour alive here. Second EMP from Marakar, but this is no joke. This blob of inf, 2 more troop crawlers coming in. Flashbangs are in play. ViViD should actually click that ranger down, but he's opting for the EMP first, because now actually, if he breaks this position, he can also rally Gats in as well. Ton of flashbang rangers and V's to clear this up. ViViD actually opting to gun down 1 oil here. Getting MiGs en masse behind this as well. Thank you for the good wishes, guys. Yeah, thank you, Collins. Turning 21 tomorrow, you know it. Yeah, actually turning 35. Can you believe it? I'm still not the oldest in the community. Hummy and big size, older than me. Big size, a 0 Hour relic and artifact, of course. We all love him. Been there from the beginning, and he's been consistent throughout. So shout out to Big Size as well. Seems like Firearm as well is a July baby boy. Hello, hello. Welcome and congrats to you as well. Well, Marakar's held that pretty well, really. Alphas are going to be on the way. There's the airfield. ViViD now with the MiGs. Needs to make something happen sooner rather than later. There's quite a few MiGs up. CC going up for ViViD as well. ViViD's going to try and group up these MiGs, but it's not easy with 2 Avengers, and the Alpha's just gone splat. So do you cut your losses, pick off 1 oil with the MiGs, try and spam a few nukes? Still not going to be easy, is it? Tons of flashbangs in this bunker. ViViD now committing with the MiGs, and that's not enough. Needed more, really, there. Bit of a misclick, not gonna matter. Loses 1v, but yeah, ViViD uncharacteristically floating quite a bit in these 2 games. And to be fair, if I'm ever a bit rusty, I always find that's the first thing that goes a bit. I tend to be a bit dodgy on the mechanics. Wow! Happy birthday to Josh. His birthday is today. That is insane. Yeah, Hummy and Big Size are older than me. Alfie with the facts. Have some hashtag facts in the chat. Yeah. Oh! That Alpha should go down. It does, yeah. MiGs, what do they get? Not a lot is the answer to that question. And he lost a lot for it in the process. Yeah, first particle cannon is up. Oh, what's going on here? The Burton. Yeah, I mean, ViViD can actually check out at this point. Losing his oils like that. to the Burton, which Marakar was prepped for in the reverse. Losing a refinery as well. Losing another oil over here. Yeah. Now ViViD's like, oh no. That dreaded sound when you hear the ticking of the Burton, you're just like, oh. Alpha's clearing units up for free this time. Can he get another oil with this? I think he might. ViViD's not using a MiG on it. Oh wow. Yeah. Just an exceptionally good camp here from Marca. Painful. ViViD with his RT. What's the power looking like for Marca? Plenty of reserves.
Hold the line.
Azuz Habibi has a birthday this month as well. Mr. Azuzi. ViViD actually takes out the alphas for now. Ooh. Imagine if the MiGs would have hit that during this as well. Not really many MiGs left on the field though. One, two, three MiGs going down there. And there they are. I think ViViD's going to check out of this game soon. Starting to dry up in the economies, down to 3 oils. Only 1 supply with 6k left in it. Might try and pray for one good last strike, but there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Avengers there. No, Mr. GNX in the chat. Smart. Big size in 0 out top 1 dinosaur from Jurassic Park. What is ViViD going for here? Trying to pick off a few oils. Well, he actually does pick off a couple. Oh, yeah. Marca is adding 1 drop zone here as well. He's still up in oils and 2 particle cannons and of course the general powers as well. Might be even thinking about moving across the map. Another all going down for ViViD. Yeah, I mean ViViD making Marakar work for it. And yeah, that's the GG from ViViD. So actually super weapon really looked pretty comfy both ways, I would say. Thank you Youssef for that $5 donation. That is going to get me a birthday beer there. Much appreciated, thank you. I said congrats Firearm as well. I said congrats on your birthday too. And we now head over back to ViViD's map. ViViD going for Dralim. Interesting. Hello, Abuka. Let's see what we get here. Pretty dark cloud out there, considering we are in the afternoon. Ooh, an Air China. I mean, ViViD is particularly good in this matchup, but
You have been defeated.
ought to be a 1-1 really. You'd expect air to win both ways here. But typically in World Series, you see the opposite. Air quite often sometimes wilt under the pressure. Happened with me against Boyka in 2020. It happened, was it Fargo against Size last year? China won both ways. So, it was interesting, yeah. Alright, we're in it. Dralim Desert, made by Millard 9. Dralim is Millard spelt backwards. And we start in the bottom left with Marakar with the turquoise vanilla china. Thank you, GNX. Appreciate it. And in the top right, it is ViViD with the green USA Air Force. Very standard from ViViD. Marakar, what is he up to here? This looks potentially quite aggressive from Marakar. This for forward supply, actually. I thought it potentially was looking like an all-in, but going for a forward supply, maybe a bunker. Perhaps here. To cover the ore grab. Yep, that's what he's going to go for. Gats moving across the map. ViViD loading up a V and an ambo. So he's going to just micro that and be super annoying with that. He's going to pick off the first Gat. That does go down. Those are moving down, but will not deny the oil in time. So actually Marakar with a pretty solid start. Getting a decent coverage with the tank hunters and the bunkers. But there is an opening here, and Marakar's aware of that. He's dropped a bunker, not going to get anything in it. Might try and mine it and hopefully get a lucky overdrive with the Vs, but one dozer goes down and ViViD is in. ViViD does lose one dozer. Where's the other one? Getting a third supply. ViViD microing that V well. He is looking like he might get a little bit sandwiched if he's not careful. Picks off another Gat. Laser lock coming in. Ambo going to try and crush some workers. Doesn't actually get any. Some tank hunters, sorry. But he has taken out like 4 Gats there. Not going to get the reactor though, but Marakar got ViViD's oil. Marakar's actually going to be on 4 oils. But ViViD... Ooh, he actually did the dozer hunt, but yeah. Tank hunter bomb was placed on it, and now all Marakar can do is literally spam off a double barracks and a war factory. And hope to overwhelm. We'll be dropping again, and we'll actually deny the top left oil there. But really all he has to do is hold now, or just drive around this army and do a bit of a base trade. What would you prefer? He has got 6 Chinooks, 1 here not mining. And he's actually adding in a second war factory. Not sure if I like that. Oh, that's a mistake. Or whether flashbangs would be better. ViViD actually could be in trouble here with this. He doesn't have, I've said it before about Air Force. doesn't have a massive amount of units right now. And look at this blob of army coming across the map. ViViD very, very far from Pathfinders, but it is a hold the line right now is what we're going to be seeing. Can ViViD hold this? Firebase will help things. Another emergency firebase being added. And I think at this point ViViD should probably pull all his Chinooks to try and deal with this. It would get him a lot of veterancy as well. Definitely under pressure here. Hello, Findama. Flashbangs are now researched. ViViD still trying to hold on. Approaching level 2. Flashbangs are putting in some good work. It is a race to Pathfinders right now. ViViD's going to be needing to drop another barracks here, I think. But I think Marakar's done it. If he loses that dozer, Marakar should pick off that dozer right now. He's going to do it. I think he's going to get that dozer. Oh! No, ViViD just GG's. Wow. Marakar looking unstoppable here. Winning with Vanilla China against Air Force. I'm going to put a light on. Very dark cloud outside. Now the reverse. ViViD didn't connect this time. But if this is a bit of a stomp from Marca, it may prompt ViViD to get a little bit more active. I said at the start here that ViViD is definitely a little bit rusty, for sure. If you've just joined, by the way, this is a little bit of a World Series showcase. It is not the World Series, but we are having a show match here between two very good players with the traditional random reverse format on last year's World Series map pool. And for further info about this year's World Series, have a look in the description of the stream. Got a few links for you there. We've got a link for donations if you'd like to contribute to this year's prize money. We've got a link for some info, and we've also got a link to a previous stream of mine where we talk a little bit about qualification. Qualification will be next month with the World Series proper, aiming to start in September. Okay, we'll try to connect once again. Alright, and we start with ViViD, who needs a bit of luck. He needs something to go his way here with the green Vanilla China. In the top right, currently 4-1 up, it is Marakar with the USA Air Force. And I'd expect a 5-1 here, the way both players have been performing in this set. And we may be seeing a record here. Could this be Marakar's best ever score against ViViD? We shall see. Can ViViD come back? Rumi says, what is the strongest army? Well, in my opinion, Air Force, but you know, we see Air Force not just in 1v1, but in team games as well, not doing so well. Which is why I'm very skeptical about new patch and 720 changes, because we see the balance not only as bad as we think it could be on first glance, but also very much changing depending on the map and the players. So yeah, I won't. I'm not going to get drawn in there and get upset over that. Right, so ViViD with a double barracks opener here, but he's not got the same oil boom that Marakar got in the reverse, and Marakar very much on top of all the GAT harassment so far. Barracks in play in the bottom right as well, but ViViD doesn't have a massive amount against this V and ambulance combination. That GAT will go down for free, and ViViD's already taking a little bit of economical damage here. Kima says Marakar for World Series 2023 win. I did say at the start, these are both hot contenders. I mean, ViViD has the ability for sure to win it, Marakar as well, and I think Marakar has the, how to say, he's very motivated to win it as well, and as they should be. You know, winning a World Series, if you haven't won one, is an amazing feeling. V's coming in. 2 V's go down, but still a lot of damage to ViViD, and not really a glimpse of a dent into Marakar's base here. MDs are cleared up. ViViD. Oh, he's going to try and save that dozer. He does save it for now. ViViD holds on, but he's nowhere near Mix. Marakar actually positioned himself to get a bit of an oil grab here. GAT flank on the right. Marakar might not have seen that one, but ViViD, does he have enough to defend here? He's got a decent ground army, and he's actually starting to get his MiGs up. 3 supplies and 1 oil. Marakar ready to get some oils as well, but yeah, this GAT has snuck in. Marakar a bit late on the Chinook pulls there, and does lose a Chinook. That buys ViViD a little bit of time to get the MiGs up. Getting a second airfield as well. But this Air Force is going to be rich. 2 oils about to be under Marakar's control. Strategy Centre being added for Marakar. Marakar added in more fire bases, and might be transitioning to a combat Chinook blob here. The way he's unloaded those. ViViD trying to get his CC up. We'll keep our eye on the combat Chinooks. Yeah, there you go. ViViD now looking to push.
Search and destroy.
Almud's taking notes. Good to see. And there goes the combat Chinook. Looking like it's going to go straight to the dozer, and he will get the dozer as well. Very nice. Doesn't actually focus down any airfields as of yet. MiGs are coming in. A couple of Tovies do go down. Marakar now very much holding the line, and when Air Force gets vetted, they do of course get the carpet with the strategy center. That can be used to take out one of ViViD's production facilities. Looking clinical again here from Marakar though. Carpet is now available. And what would you put that on there for me? Looks pretty good. Let's see. Carpet on the way. Actually going to go for the war factory here. Surprise, I think you could have got 2 airfields and a barracks there. But yeah, either or. Both work. MiGs do what they can. Marakar very close to level 3, and this is going to be going to 5-1 to Marakar. Remember, it's not too long ago that ViViD 7-1'd Marakar. Are we now going to see a reverse of that scoreline? That is level 3. So is it Pathfinders or Spectre? Doesn't matter, because ViViD knows that's GG. 5-1 to Marakar, and Marakar's map essentially close this set out. Yeah, I think we have 2 at the moment very motivated players, and that's Marakar and Tumstep. I think this upcoming World Series is going to be very, very exciting, as it always is. You'll see the return of players as well. You've got Dominator in the mix. Shay always will make an appearance, and yeah, I mean Shay. We joke about Shay, but he try hard preps as much as anyone, and actually has a very good World Series tournament record, or often making the final 8 or the final 4. And yeah, when he's on form, he's a high expert level player, really. You'll no doubt have the return of Fargo as well. Fargo, where has he finished the last few times? He came second. Was it 2 years ago? I think he came 4th last year. So again, performing in that top sort of 4 kind of ranking. And will we have any dark horses? There tend to be, every World Series, an emerging player coming through with some shock results. So yeah, always very, very interesting. Boyka says ViViD should retire. I mean, ViViD's activity is retirement level for the amount of people that say they have retired and yet spam hundreds of games a month. So what actually ViViD should do is come out of retirement and play a few games. Right, we have an imp super weapon. Marakar, self-confessed, loves a bit of super weapon. I do think it's hard on this map though. I think imp can win both ways here, really. And Abuka says this is good for ViViD playing these sort of sets before the actual World Series. Well, I agree. I mean, you know where you're at. Alrighty. Sovereignty. Map by Jundi. Actually, very nice map. I do like this. It's gone out of meta a little bit. But we start with Marakar in the north with the USA super weapon. Down in the south, kind of on the ropes, it is ViViD with the China infantry. I'm glad to see chats following the meta. Whenever anyone gets hammered, tell them
Happy
they gotta
birthday, Habibi.
tell them they gotta retire and uninstall, and tell them they're noob. Azuz with the donation. Happy birthday, Habibi. Thank you, mate. I much appreciate that. That will definitely go on some celebrations tomorrow, and many greetings and good wishes to you for your birthday as well, Habibi. Shukran, shukran. Marca going for that oil boom. ViViD probably looking to put a bit more harassment early on here. Is this going to be a troop crawler? I guess this is. He'll go troop crawler. Maybe he's got the capture building upgrade already and he can drop a few minigunners out into the oil positions here. Yeah, there's the assault troop crawler. I'm not going to deny the Marakar oils though, and actually he doesn't have the cap himself yet, but he's dropped those minigunners off. Taking damage though here, ViViD. Another minigunner dropped off. And why is ViViD not committing? That base was very, very open. Is committing now. Just trying to micro this assault troop crawler around the barracks at the moment. Realises he has to do significant damage with that. Bit late on his own oil grab as well here, ViViD. Yeah, and I think just a little bit of indecision there, really hurting ViViD. Top tip here for you guys. If whatever you're going to do, commit to it. Indecision is an absolute killer when you think about attacking or then going back. Thinking about camping and then attacking. Whatever you do, commit. Top tip, you're welcome. And that hesitation of not going here, driving there, taking forever, I think has meant we're going to see a 7-1 here. Because Marakar's in a fantastic position. And I think Imp is the stronger army here. The mood says there's also a word in Arabic same as Shokran, which is Ala Rasi Habibi. Okay. Make it a little bit longer, like Ala Razi Habibi. Okay. Probably absolutely butchered that, and I apologise. V goes down, but it takes a lot of infantry with it. Yeah, for me, ViViD looks at this level, and we are talking top of the game here, level, looks a touch off the pace, doesn't he? He did play Tumstep recently and beat Tumstep though, and Tumstep is also beating pretty much every other player in the player base, but against the Marakar on this sort of form, it does look a little bit off here, and I think he would admit that himself. I'm not disrespecting ViViD here. He's had some exams, he's had some Valorant, and he feels a bit rusty. But I agree with, was it Ibuka? I think Ibuka said in the chat, these sort of sets will do him a lot of good. Definitely get you up to speed. Almood making some more notes, excellent. Top 16 World Series guaranteed.
Search and destroy.
Is that the last dozer? I think that's the last dozer. It is, isn't it? Oh dear. That's not good, is it? This Helix needs to do a lot. Marakar might be caught off guard a little bit by it. He's scrambling all the Tovies. Those are picked off. Strat should go down. No. And a late unload as well. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is 6-1. This is 6-1. And yeah, Marakar actually captured ViViD's supply here, blimey. Colours are similar, I only just noticed that. Hello Prepped, welcome. ViViD, a little bit shell-shocked here. He's very rarely on the receiving end of a score like this. ViViD GG's. Yikes. Well, Marakar now for the set win. Barris says, am I a football fan? Very much so. Manchester United fan here. Less embarrassed to say it, since last season under Erik ten Hag we are looking a little bit better. And ViViD now, to keep himself alive in the set, has got to beat Infantry with USA Super Weapon. Sam says he doesn't use hotkeys or control groups. You think they are a must for top level, or can I still be good as playing as a granny? Well, to be fair, I might not use absolutely every hotkey, but I'm using pretty much all of them now. And I definitely always have used control groups, so I would say yes, you do need to use both of those. Ben Davies says, when is the World Series 2023? Qualification next month, starting in September. More info with regard to if you want to support the World Series 2023, all in this stream description. Links are there, guys, so check them out. Okay, we got Marakar with the China Infantry and ViViD with the USA Super Weapon. And my analysis of this is I think Marakar's strats have looked better. I think the execution has looked more in point. I think some of the game decisions in-game have been more crisp. And he's also been on point with the micro. And when you're on top on all those factors, this is what a scoreline can look like. Looking like an aggressive build here from Marakar. Might just flat out kill ViViD this, who's going for a bit of an oil grab, blocking his own rangers. Look, stuff like that, when you're on maximum cleanness, you've got to eradicate. You really have. Oh no, no, no. Collins to support Spurs. Oh no, no, no. As Sabash would say. And Barris is an Arsenal fan. Here's a question for you, and we can easily be biased as you being an Arsenal fan and me being a Man United fan. But who had a better season? Man United or Arsenal? Because the comparison is you guys were second, but you were in a title race. But United were third, but won a trophy. We won the cup, so what do you prefer? I'd take the cup, to be honest. No one remembers second. There's a Liverpool fan in the chat. Right, we don't have that. Don't confess that in a Manchester United stream. I'm joking. Well, ViViD did get some of his oils, and Marakar didn't really do any substantial damage, so ViViD is still alive in this. You qualify for the World Series. There is info, and there is also a link to a previous stream in my description, but yeah, there's something called Clan Wars, which will be taking place next month, and getting a good ranking in that will guarantee you a place in the World Series. And yeah, Ten Hag really like his gameplay and game style, like his player management, like his attitude, the no messing, not afraid to make big decisions. He got rid of Ronaldo, he's getting rid of Maguire, but at least he's taken Maguire's captaincy away from him. I like the players he's signing, so yeah, for the first time in a long time, things are looking up for Man United. Back to the game. ViViD has his flashbangs. Decent amount of rangers there. He's put on some good harassment in this bottom left. And he's keeping himself in with a shout. He's got search and destroy. Only has one dozer, I think, though. Yeah. And he's quite late dropping an airfield here, ViViD. Several outposts are coming into the base. Mig's actually hitting the infantry of ViViD, who sends his two Tovies back here. Nice little drop off with the MD, and he takes that outpost out. And still a very exposed dozer there, and no airfield constructed as of yet. But you have to say Arsenal came from what, 7th to 2nd, and a title, literally a title challenge. So what Arteta did really, you still got to say, was very, very impressive. ViViD now with Avengers and with the airfield. Marakar with his CC, so he won't be hunted. Mix coming in. Not the best strike, actually. Loses 2 MiGs for that. Just for 1v. And all of that is cleared up by ViViD as well. I think ViVid's keeping himself in this set here. Getting a second supply as well. And heals the Burton. And the later it goes, the worse it gets for him, because as soon as Super Weapon gets Pathfinders and level 3... Ooh, good strike. It's basically checkmate. ViViD using his Burton to pick off a few tank hunters there, nicely done. How do I feel about Harry Maguire? Yeah, I'd be happy to move him on out of the club. He's on big wages. He's like the 5th choice centre back now. And doesn't really suit Ten Hag's system of the high line, mobile, dynamic defence. So yeah, I think try and sell him, try and get a decent fee for him. Maybe sign a new centre back as a replacement. Because Varane, as much as he's great, can't play all the games. Martinez as well, we love him, but can't play all the games. So we do need probably a backup. Yeah, ViViD composed himself well here. I thought this would be 7-1. But he's done well. Loses a couple of V's there. No, one barely survives. 2 more MiGs thinking about coming in. ViViD now level 3. Pathfinders are out. Aurora probably going straight to that airfield, and you might see Marakar tap out once this goes down. Yeah, that is a full airfield. That is painful. And the Aurora gets home. GG. And ViViD is still alive. 6-2. ViViD's map choice needs a bit of luck on the random reverse here as well. You know the new Anana song, don't you? The new goalkeeper we bought. Oh, Nana. What's your name? Oh, Nana. There you go. I'll be singing that at Old Trafford for sure. Bit of Rihanna for you there. And ViViD's map. Let's have a look at the map pool. I'd like to see Farmlands of the Fallen. Got a feeling he might pick Vendetta or Stonehenge though. Used to be a bit of a ViViD favourite, Stonehenge. Also gone out of the meta a little bit. I'm ready for Vendetta. Yeah, knew it. My mouse was on it. My mouse was on it. Right, let's see. The matchup going to be important. That's rip. That's rip. It's going to take a major throw from Marakar right now to not close this out 7-2. And that is the beauty of the World Series random reverse. If you get that narrow lead, the matchups could mean that you close a set out. Of course, here Marakar with a big lead, but I'm just saying the format can very much cause shocks. Okay, let's see. We start with Marakar down in the south with the USA Air Force. Up in the north, needing a bit of a miracle here. ViViD with the China nuke. Room is saying how to qualify. So I've got a link which says World Series information in my description. Let's have a look at that link. Yeah, and what that will do, that will take you to topic which will tell you about qualification details. So yeah, it's all there, guys. You just got to check the description. I'll even link it in the chat for you now, just so you've got it. we go. Alright, what do we see here? Standard build from Marakar, as you would expect. Marakar seeing that helix, or that airfield. Gets out for ViViD. Yeah, I mean, ViViD trying something here. Take a bit of a gamble where the drone is. The drone is seeing it though. And the first V comes across the map. And is going to start damaging these trucks. Ooh, bit of a miss micro there from Marakar. And ViViD gets a bit of damage on this ambulance, but Marakar's transitioned into an airfield and he's going to get a Raptor for this Gatlix. Firebase being dropped as well. Raptor is now just about out. But again, for me, ViViD taking too long to get into the base. But... ooh! There's nothing in the base here, and ViViD might actually zone that Raptor out. He could gun that down before it actually hits the Gatlix. Third supply in play for ViViD as well. And the Raptor is actually landed now. Believe it or not. Chinook's being moved back. ViViD's going to look to gun some of those down. And he's going to take one out. Yeah. Prop being added. Marca under a little bit of pressure here. Raptor does go down, but it does kill the Gatlix, but the mining is continuing to be delayed here. ViViD's been super annoying with these two Gats. And the Vet 3 Gat, ooh, nearly took down a V. Another Gat swooping in here though, damaging some more Chinooks. Another Gatlix out for ViViD as well. Ooh. The Gatlix went down, but it took a few MDs with it. Reactor survives as well. But OV and ECM is out for ViViD. And they're going to run straight into this Overlord. 1V gets heavily damaged, 1V goes down. Marakar instantly splits his army up here to try and buy a little bit of time. Got to be careful. That ECM has locked the V. ViViD lost one dozer, but Marakar in trouble. He might get hunted here, ViViD, though. Raptor's definitely looking for it. And that is the hunt. So ViViD is hunted. Also a little bit worried about getting shot by a Raptor there. But what I think this will do, it will force ViViD to totally commit with his army here. Marakar on a hold the line. Ooh, and the Raptor did kill the Lotus. ViViD can make another one though. And Marakar going for a base trade perhaps here. Totally is, yeah. interesting. Yeah. We have a base race, but there is an Overlord in the base for ViViD. It's about to get quite intense here. I think ViViD might have done it. It's all on these CVs. The Overlord's heavily damaged. Remember, ViViD is hunted, so every building he loses, he cannot remake. Oh, a V goes down. ViVid's still in this. ViViD is still in this. Is this going to be a crazy comeback? It is now 6-3. And I will be right back. Alrighty. Both players are ready. Just had a bit of a hunger spike there. Okay. ViViD with the chance to make it 6-4. We see Marakar in the north now with the China nuke. And down in the south, it is ViViD with the USA Air Force. Remember, ViViD already has lost with Air Force earlier in the set. Marakar now also losing with Air Force. Marakar going for a similar strat actually. And I think that might be out of that drone range. I've got a feeling the drone range might be somewhere here. So ViViD won't be aware of this. But still not going to be easy for Marca. First GAT is out. Spotted by ViViD. Also looking to garrison a building here. Wow, and ViViD nearly losing his first V there. Which was the same error Marakar made actually, but ViViD's just barely survived. Gatlix is out. Tovey is out for ViViD though, and I'm sure he hears the licks. Yeah, he's aware of it now. MDs are out, Tovies are out as well. And yeah, this is a good defense from ViViD. Look at this. Good bunker placement. Tovies. Have killed that Gatlix, and yeah, only one MD went down as well, so ViViD will definitely be happy with that. Marakar has got himself up to the third supply, trying to sneak a propaganda. But the difference is, look at this blob moving across the map. ViViD with the cleanest game so far, I would say, in terms of execution. And he's going to go across the map and make it 6-4. Go straight to the reactor. That's going to delay absolutely everything. All production. Ooh, gets a GAT as well. Bit of a disaster there for Marakar, and ViViD makes it 6-4. ViViD winning 3 games in a row now. Was 6-1 down. And it is now Marakar's map choice. What's he going to go for? Feeling he might pick my map. Fun game this. Predict the maps of the players. I think I've got ViViD's maps all correct so far. Have I watched the new Barbie movie? Nope. Afraid not. That is the latest version. I actually preferred version 4, and I did commission for this map to be made, so I'm not sure why version 5 was made with a change in supply layout and the buildings, but hey ho. I'm missing something. Farmlands, very nice. Glad to see farmlands. Well, ViViD is still in it. He'll be hoping for a very even matchup, some sort of GLA mirror, a USA GLA, a laser imp. It's winnable both ways. It is winnable both ways. It is. Okay, can ViViD take us to a decider is the question here. He's going to start with the laser. Marakar seemed to just take his foot off the pedal in those last 2 games. Looks so majestic, really. Getting himself to a 6-1 lead, but just a little bit shaky in that last matchup. ViViD looking for sure cleaner in those last 2 games. Let's see what this matchup produces. We start with Marakar, who's down in the bottom left of Farmlands of the Fallen with the China infantry. In the top right, in the green, it is ViViD with the USA laser. So ViViD's committed to a pretty conventional build here. Question is, what is Marakar going to go for? Are we going to see a helix? Yes, we are. We are going to see a helix, which I actually think is pretty good if you were to go for the 25 oil strap. But ViViD's playing conventional, and he sees it coming. Derek asking for version 5 of Forest of Camelot. Should be in my Discord in the map section. If not, I can throw it in there after this stream. First V moving across the map for ViViD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going to be fully loaded Helix, and ViViD finds the only garrison bunker in the middle there. And his V gets damaged. Is he going to lose that V? Oh my. That's a disaster. That could be just it. You can't do that. I'm a little bit in shock over that. Yeah, and he's in the wrong position for this Lix. Let's see it now. Tovies are out, reactor goes down. Taking quite a bit of damage. And he's going to get the unload as well here. And a nice minigunner flank in combination with this as well. And ViViD's just fallen apart. That first V was just so uncharacteristic, actually. Normally he's so precise with his control. Marakar behind this, taking an extra supply. Second Lix being prepped as well. ViViD still losing Tovies. And I'm not even sure these are mining. Okay, they are. They looked like they weren't for a second. At the last dozer? Yes, it is. Oh dear, ViViD. And ViViD gonna drive straight into this Lix. Can get a laser lock on it potentially. Will take it down, but outpost coming on the right as well. One click from some minigunners and that would instantly be deleted. Yeah, I mean, this is a very precise matchup when you're the laser against him. You can't really afford any sort of glaring micro errors. If your micro is close to completely on point, I do actually think laser's the better army, but it's one of those, yeah, couple of errors with the control and all of a sudden it looks dreadful, and that's what we're seeing here. ViViD knows. GG's well played. Congratulations to Marakar. He does take a 7-4 win, which is very similar to what ViViD won by. I believe when they met in the World Series last year, it was something like 7-4 or 6-3, something like that. So, yeah, very, very interesting indeed. Okay, so yeah, at this point, just to reiterate, check the description to see more details, whether that's whether you want to play in the World Series and qualify, whether that's if you're a viewer and you want to support the World Series, maybe with some contribution to the prize pool. Those links will take you to the places you need to get to. Got a feeling Marakar might like an interview. I'm waiting for it. GG's well played. I'll ask him. I think he's waiting for it. Yeah, I like an interview. Good afternoon.
afternoon.
Hello, hello. Congratulations, very nice play.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I was just actually saying you looked majestic at 6-1. The only matchup that looked a little dodgy was the Vendetta both ways. But then very clean once again to close it out on Farmlands. How did you feel overall with your performance?
I felt pretty good.
Yeah.
I was very worried at the nuke air game because I thought I was counterbuilding him completely with the airfield,
Mm-hmm.
but when he went fast prop as well with it,
Yeah.
because he could afford to because he had that Gatling behind the War Factory for like a minute and a half. That got very worrying for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was actually thinking very hard about what was going to be my last map pick. It was either this or TD was the other pick I actually had in mind.
Right.
I picked this because even if matchup goes very south, I can at least just win off of like flexible play on the map at least. Whereas TD, you're a bit more restricted in terms of what you can do.
Yeah, true. Well, it's easy to say, you know, you looked a bit off in those games, but he did play on the Vendetta specifically very well. Whereas ViViD looked a bit off in the opening games, but likewise, you weren't really making any mistakes. So it's easy to say, oh, one player was a bit off, but at the same time, the other player plays it out cleanly. So all of a sudden, it swings like that. But yeah, taking nothing away, I thought very little errors from your point of view, and yeah, a good scoreline. So very nice
I don't
indeed.
even think he made too many errors as well. I mean, in the very opening games, I think he didn't actually make errors, to be honest. He played that fine, but like, I think that went almost, if not perfectly, both games for me.
Your
Both as
USA
Blazer and the
demo,
demo.
and I did sort of announce it's one of ViViD's favourite matchups. Your play there was, as I say, majestic. I think you didn't do a lot wrong, but you made that both ways look very easy. Later on in the set, he had a couple of uncharacteristic micro errors. Like even in that last game, he lost a full V to one tank hunter in a bunker, which I mean you can't do when you're about to get Helix Rush. So I think things like that, ViViD will be disappointed with. There was one or two of those in some of the other games as well. But as I say, I don't want to take anything away from your play, which looked very, very good. And, I'm saying to the chat who are sort of saying, oh, ViViD retire or whatever. I mean, ViViD is beating everyone else. I mean, he's just beaten Tumstep and Tumstep is beating everybody else. So, yeah.
I mean, people's vocabulary of the word lose should just be replaced with retire.
It is the meta, and I actually countered that and saying ViViD should actually come out of retirement. The little games he is playing. Currently, he is in retirement because he's barely playing. But yeah, it's nice to see him do a few sets now because he has had a few exams and stuff. But as I was explaining in the start of the stream, what we did in this set was a showcase of what the World Series format looks like, random reverse, and if it scores a level, it goes to a decider. Of course, it will be a different map pool. All the details for the upcoming World Series are in chat. Do you have? I'll ask it to you straight. Do you have ambitions for this upcoming World Series?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna win it.
There you go.
Beat you as well.
Yeah, there you go. And I did, as I say, I announced at the start when we had this set that yourself and ViViD are hot contenders. I think Tumstep's very ambitious as well, and he's obviously raised his game a lot as well. And I said for either of you, yourself or ViViD or even Tumstep, winning the first World Series does feel amazing. So. Yeah, I mean, if I can't win it myself, I definitely will be supporting you guys. But yeah, I won't make it easy. I will try and hold on to the title. But you've heard it here first, guys. Marakar is going for the title straight.
And I was telling my recording as well that this set kind of felt like a redemption rematch from the last World Series because I think everyone pointed out that set as like a massive upset. Have as an early round, so
it was very tragic. You met early on, and I like what's happened this year with a bit of seeding for what's considered the master players. I think that's just good for viewers and everybody, and also a perk to be master as well. Rather than just being excluded from tournaments. So, I think that's a good slight tweak to the seedings. I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So at least now, I don't think one of us can meet until, well, minimum quarterfinal, I guess, something like that.
it's
Depending on
better
how
than
the
round
draw
3,
goes.
to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean, I consider this set to be redemption for me, at least, from the last World Series. So I actually know what the thumbnail is gonna be already, for my recording end at least. It's literally gonna be the exact same thumbnail as the set between me and ViViD from last World Series, but just with slapped with like giant bold text on the bottom saying rematch question mark.
You're getting into those punchy clickbaits. Yeah, it's good.
Uh-huh.
Right, well, very good. There was fans for both of you in the chat. You've got some fans saying, "Why don't you?" Well, you've answered this a million times, but you're welcome to answer it on my stream about the Arabic on your channel. But you've openly said it's an international audience on your channel, so that's why, right?
Yep,
So
pretty much.
yeah.
Also, Boyka apparently wants to play me right now. I don't know if you have to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I've got a free day today. I have, but I'm having my birthday these next 2 days, so I'm gonna head out now and yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna round up the stream, but I'm happy to direct traffic if you're gonna fire up a point of view.
Yep,
It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna do
yourself
that.
against Boyka, is it now? In a just a standard challenge, yeah. And check Discord because Logica's very kindly agreed to sort of play earlier as well tomorrow, so our Dark 9 showdown can still take place. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I talked to Logica as well. Yeah, we're doing it earlier.
Ah, perfect. Okay, awesome stuff. Anything you'd like to say with regard to the World Series or for the viewers? We still got 200 viewers in chat.
Well,
Any final message? Yeah.
yeah, expect a really competitive World Series this year. I guess
I'm hyped as well. I think it's going to be really good, so I can echo that. Yeah.
I might even make a special video upcoming for the World Series, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, you heard it there, guys. So I hope you're as hyped as we are. Nadir's saying a long time. Yeah, he's checked in a bit late, but yeah, feel free to watch this stream back because we had some epic games. And yeah, we'll thank Marakar. And if you want to see some more action, go over to Marakar's channel right now. All right.
All right, cheers.
Good stuff. Take care. Good luck versus Boyka, and see you, if not later, definitely tomorrow.
All right, take care.
Right, cheers. Well, that is Marakar. Ambitious, coming for the World Series 2023 title, and looking in very good form as well. Yeah, so I've said it till I'm blue in the face. If you want more information about this year's World Series, all the links you need are in the description of this stream. And yeah, if you want more 0 Hour today, Marakar's about to go live. If you want more 0 Hour tomorrow, I'm playing Marakar in a sponsored challenge. That's going to be on Dark 9's channel. So keep yourself aware of that. And might be doing a little birthday stream tomorrow evening. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But likely there's going to be OOE, me, Marakar, ViViD against a TF All-Star lineup. So yeah, hopefully we can point of view stream that. Anyway, from me now, I'm going to leave it there. Congrats to Marakar, unlucky to ViViD, but yeah, hope ViViD continues to shake off the rust. He went up against a very in-form Marakar there, and still competed well. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a good day. Take care, GG's. See you later.